Give me a hell yeah!
Welcome to the Call Up Podcast. Join your hosts, Kenny and DJ, for your weekly dose of pro wrestling excitement.
Would you please shut the hell up?
From the latest news to heated debates, we got you covered. Every week, we dive into the world of professional wrestling, sharing our insights and opinions on the hottest topics. Plus, don't miss our top 3 winners and losers of the week. It's always a showdown.
What you gonna do when Hulkamania destroys you?
But here's what makes us different. We want you to feel like you're right here with us. Our goal is to make you a part of the show, because after all, wrestling is better when it's shared with friends. With 2 years of experience in the wrestling media scene, we're more than qualified to bring you the inside scoop and a fun and lively twist.
What the rock is cooking?
Get ready for a funny, loud podcast where you're not just a listener, you're a valued member of the conversation. Welcome to the Call Up Podcast.
You're welcome.
You know, every week, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys watch the live show of this, I am like syncing, it's like sharing the live to everyone, and I try to beat it before the music drop, the music finishes. But it's your boy Kenny, it is your boy DJ. Welcome back to another edition of the Call Up Podcast. DJ, what's going on over there on the West Coast?
Man, we do got to think of a way to come in a little bit smoother, don't we? It's just the music's going and then just popping.
Yeah, it cuts and then it's just us.
Right.
You know, I gotta, you know what it is? Because the way the video is when it plays, like if you guys watch the live version here, the video just plays and it doesn't like smooth into another song. It kind of just like cuts off and then it's just us. You know what I mean?
Man, maybe I need to be ready with it's showtime when the when the music, when I know it's about to cut off.
So you know what? That is the goal for next week, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. When the music finishes, DJ's coming right in hot. Just
yes, especially next week, because I know next week.
Yeah, next week
really
we have next week we got all the knuckleheads. We got Toe, we got Gigi, we got Ray. I think Show will make it for this show for the actual taping of it. If not, it's 5 of us on here talking WrestleMania. We're gonna break down every single match from night 1 to night 2. We're going to give our predictions. We will have the I guess like the winner of the Knuckleheads prediction with all of us here for WrestleMania, because it's one of the bigger shows. And
spreadsheet here.
Yeah. And then the way the wrestling world goes, it's the start of the new year.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's true.
So, but besides that, what else has been going on, DJ?
Man, like you said, like this, we were just talking about it. This is that week before, go home week of Mania. Mm-hmm. I know the folks that are going, like, I know you're starting to get that. Now your adrenaline is starting to go. Now it's like, oh wait, now it's getting
in
real.
Your soul.
Yeah, it's getting real. Like now you got your budget set to the side. You got you're trying to make your plans. Like, well, who am I gonna go take a picture and autograph with this week? So those folks, I know they are. The days can't go by fast enough. For us, we're just I'm just making sure I'm gonna have all my snacks ready for the weekend. Because I'm like on a self quarantine during when I don't go to WrestleMania.
Oh yeah.
I don't go. It's like, no, I have all the food right here. I'm not going out. So I make sure I'm stocked enough to where it's all right here at arm's length.
I'm still trying to think what to make for night one,
Night
right?
one. Okay.
Like what do we make? Do we make finger foods? I was talking to Jackie about it. I said, do we make finger foods like mini like burgers and like some wings and stuff like that, and have like drink, have
Jamal ain't no diet on
oh
Mania
no.
weekend.
That
Ain't no
diet is
diet.
out the window, Jamal.
Yeah.
By the way, shout out to Jamal. Welcome back. Glad to
Yes.
see that you're safe
Glad to
because
see him
he's
back.
he said he had to go and do some stuff for work.
Yep.
But he is back. We missed him last week here on the show. But yeah, so I know night 2 because it lands on a Sunday. I normally cook like Sunday family dinner stuff or whatever. So I'm still gonna try and come up with something for that. But
Okay.
I still don't know what the hell night 1 is gonna be. We just gotta wait and see.
I mean, that's not, like, you kind of went into the sliders a little bit. That probably wouldn't be bad right there. Some, like, make a few sliders.
Yeah.
Or how about some? I make some good carne asada myself.
Ooh.
For just have that. Just keep that rolling.
Okay.
So something like that. Like you said, like Saturday, I like to keep it with the finger food, kind of food you eat with your hands kind of stuff, and then Sunday, we're the same mind. And then Sunday, that's when I go like either a good pasta and sauce or a good chili or something for Sunday.
See, my family doesn't eat chili. I'm the only one, so because chili will be good. Jamal says pulled pork. I was actually thinking that too. Doing maybe a pulled pork sandwich, maybe get some chips in there,
right?
Maybe go away from the whole traditional family style meal for a Sunday.
Need to make your family my chili because I think they'd like it. It's a little different.
I don't know, maybe.
So I've turned people with my chili.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Besides WrestleMania season coming full circle next week, as people are watching the show here, I don't have my hat on because I was waiting because I wanted to say, ladies and gentlemen, it is opening day.
It is
okay.
Day.
The Yankees took on the Houston Astros today. We got the W.
Man,
I was super excited. The Dodgers played today. Did the Dodgers win? I think they did.
Absolutely. Yeah, they won. Absolutely.
They beat Mookie Betts hit an amazing home run. I saw the highlights of that one on ESPN.com. So we're off to a good start.
Yes.
The New York Mets, I think their opener is tomorrow.
Because it was supposed to be the only game that got rained out, right?
Yeah. It was supposed to be today, but due to the rain here in New York, they postponed it until tomorrow.
Leave it to New York.
Yeah. We get a returning Edwin Diaz back on the mound.
Edward, what
I know, right?
but
I'm happy to see. I want to see how these teams fare out.
Well, you think you're gonna come see us in the World Series?
I don't know. You guys got too much money, man. Like you guys you guys want to start
telling us that we got too much money now.
The Yankees don't want to.
What is going on?
The Yankees spent too much money on Juan Soto, so I don't know, man.
On Soto didn't he ball today? He balled out today, right?
So you know what? And then I'm gonna get into the wrestling stuff in a minute because I have somebody here on Instagram right now they actually said something and I was just like, man, that's, you know what? You're absolutely right because they said it's WrestleMania is 9 days away. And there's not one movie star or special guest on this show.
That is interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, there's no celebrity match.
No.
It's just straight wrestling. It's straight storylines. It was just great.
No. I mean, you could there's no, we don't know who's going to be a ring announcer or
nope.
Nothing. Hey, And what? So now, when I looked at what was it like so far, like 7 matches, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken.
So let's hold on, let's pull this up here. I know I have the
Okay, like when I looked it up on Wiki earlier, I think I only counted 7 that are set.
yeah, they should be. I'm trying to all right, let's see this.
I'm like, no, we know it's
Somebody
gonna be
had the
more than
card
that.
out, but I know so far they have like a handful of matches.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't have that. And where are we? This is all stuff that people just made up.
Right,
So we know we have Io Sky versus Bailey. We
right,
have Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch. We got
right,
Seth Rollins versus dry ass Drew McIntyre.
right,
We got Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns.
right.
We have The Rock and Roman versus Cody and Seth.
Right.
We have brother versus brother, where we have Jimmy Uso versus Jay Uso.
Mm-hmm.
We have a triple threat match between Logan Paul, Randy Orton, and Kevin Owens.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have Gunther versus Sami Zayn. And then we have the tag team title match.
Okay. All right. So that's 9.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
not
and,
bad.
and AJ versus LA Knight.
All right, that's 10. With
So, yeah.
with AJ Styles looking like
Looking like he just came out of prison.
yeah.
You see how he looked? Yeah, man looked like he did 10 years and all he was doing was lifting weights.
Like, hot damn, what? I'm like, you really don't like LA Knight, do you?
Shit. I was like, what the fuck was you doing this whole entire time?
And there, do we have to have a memoriam for the PG era? Like, is it time to? Do we need to hit the Undertaker music? And that's
I don't
the
know.
end of the PG era.
I don't know, because that was the first topic that we have here was like WWE is either giving you this Hollywood movie feeling right now, because I went back and what we posted on the Instagram page was I was just like Sami Zayn and Chad Gable is like Rocky,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then you have the way Monday Night Raw ended between The Rock and Cody
Man,
was like Show Enough
it
and
sure was.
and
Bruce
and
Leroy.
and Bruce Leroy and The Last Dragon, because man, is it me or was it WWE was just giving you like a little bit of the Attitude Era
Mm-hmm.
on Monday? It felt very Attitude Era like kind of episode.
I mean, throughout, like that just happened to be what happened at the end. But throughout, I mean, you had The Rock come out and then like act like he's about to do this whole promo and everything, and then just turn around and walk right back out, like right after all the.
Listen, Monday was great because not only did that Chicago crowd come in hot,
They did,
like they were ready.
right?
Okay? And WWE knew it, because even like WWE changed their staging, because they didn't even have the big Titantron up there, like the big screen. They had a mini one, and those normally that they use when they do house shows,
Right.
just so they can fit more people into the building.
Man, that's
Clowns
deep
like
when you had
Cody.
to like make room for. We got to make room for more tickets.
Yeah, I feel Cody is gonna feel that glow. We got people in the chat right now saying
What if he
Cody's gonna
came?
feel the glow.
What if they threw that in his theme song on his entrance?
Listen,
You
you didn't
got
see
that glow.
you didn't just see the new trailer that they just did for WrestleMania 40.
No,
We met with Meek Mills.
I missed that. Yeah.
Ooh. It was like, hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished, and it got Cody coming up from the top. Oh, I love it. I love it. This is, you know what's crazy, because this is what I was waiting for. If you guys like go back a couple more episodes with me and DJ,
Right.
I talked about this when we were talking about WrestleMania. I said,
did?
listen,
Yep.
if you don't get Meek Mills to do Dreams and Nightmares
Yep.
for something in WrestleMania, whether it's someone's entrance, the beginning part of WrestleMania of night one, something. So the
Or
first
that music
prediction,
thing in the middle. Yeah.
exactly. Or even if you didn't have Meek Mill rap anything, the even though Meek Mill's from Philly, that song when it comes on in New York City,
Mm-hmm.
just the pianos alone gets everyone hyped. Like everybody knows the lyrics to this song if you're like a hip hop fan,
Right.
like a diehard. You know what I mean?
So
I think, yeah.
one thing I will say about New York that I love this, by the way. This is not me making fun of anything. So I just happened to be there during the Puerto Rican Day Parade.
One of the best things that happens in June.
Okay, so we're walking around and I'm like, wait, what is going on? And somebody like that was running back to their apartment, just like on Seinfeld. It's the Puerto Rican Day Parade, and they were, they were going back to. And I was like, okay. And then so I thought that was a joke on Seinfeld, but it's not.
Mhm.
Like on Puerto Rican Day Parade, the Puerto Ricans take over the city. Like you're not going
Mhm.
anywhere. Okay. So, but I was cool with it. I was like, you know what? But everybody's cool. Like let's just
Yes.
walk around and have a good time with it, right?
So yeah.
So every time, like every block, every like say 10 minutes, I heard the piano
Uh-huh.
of "I Don't Want to Be a Player No More,"
Mm-hmm.
and every single time, whoever was around us exploded. Like every single, and
Mm-hmm.
this is like years after the song is already like Big Pun's already dead, and
Yep.
and you know, this is years later after the song came out, but they don't care. Like, dun, 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 and then like, no matter where we
Mhm.
were, I was like, okay, I like this. This is fun. So I know what you're saying is not hyperbole. Is basically what I'm trying to tell you. That you're saying no. This is what happens when that song starts.
I'm telling you, this is why we go. This is why everyone always says like they love to like perform in New York City,
Right.
because for some reason, like we give you all of our energy. If you guys who are listening to the show, like you guys have never been to like the Puerto Rican Day Parade, and you guys are not a part of like say New York City, by all means, like it's an experience. Even if you don't want to do the parade, go to Harlem.
Yep. Harlem was
Go
fun
to the
too. Yep.
festival. Go to the Puerto Rican Day, festival that they have.
Mhm.
It's amazing. I worked it one year, and I was there from the morning all the way until it ended, and that was a long day.
Mm.
But the energy that you feel throughout the day is amazing.
I believe it. I believe it. Like,
And to track back to Monday Night Raw,
yep.
that's exactly what I felt on Monday.
Oh, they were hot. The whole
Watching,
episode.
like just watching this. There were some hiccups, like when we had the CM Punk promo segment that happened between him and Drew McIntyre.
Boy,
Like
Drew.
you can definitely tell Dry Drew was coming out. There were a lot of things about Dry Drew McIntyre's performance against CM Punk where like I was like, I don't know, man. You kind of get in there again.
I think that heat was getting to him,
Right.
and he knew, okay, I can't just, like you said, I can't just kind of I can't be lazy.
Right.
Is basically what you're saying. Like you could feel that Drew was like, okay, I can't be lazy on this promo. I have to come out of my comfort zone. Like that.
Yep.
That's what I was seeing. And I agree. So yeah, and to his credit, he didn't. He even though you can see him fighting through it, but he didn't just go back into being lazy and being dry. He's like, no, let me say something right here. He said something to me. I got to stay in the moment here and fire back. So,
and you know what saved him, right?
What's that?
He said, for a man who doesn't drink or do drugs, you are always in rehab. And I said, no,
that was a good one.
Dry Drew came back with the heat.
Hey,
but
I think
it was
what they're saying, like you're saying, like just kind of like, because if you remember how the Attitude Era started, It
Mhm.
was Vince McMahon in
Right.
this famous meeting, and he goes, "Look, I'm out of. You guys got to do something.
Mhm.
Basically, like you guys got to let it loose because I'm out of ideas, basically." And then that's basically how we got the Attitude Era. So I
Right.
think they said something similar, like, "Hey, you guys need to let it go. You guys need
Mhm.
to, you guys got to come in hot now. Like no more,
Exactly.
no more corporate stuff. We gotta just come out now." And I think that's I don't know what to call this era yet,
Right.
but it is not the PG era anymore. Like I'm
Oh
telling
no.
you, that's we can. I think the PG era has died, and I think that was the death of it. Like that was I think that was imagely supposed to be the death of the PG era with The Rock and a bloody Cody
Mhm.
Rhodes at the end of that Raw.
Now, do you feel now because you look at the people who are leading the way for
Mm-hmm.
WWE right now? You got Triple H and Shawn Michaels, two people who when we were growing up like led the charge in the Attitude Era
Mm-hmm.
to make it what it is today, right? And then you have
Right.
The Rock, who is coming in as a board member, not really, because obviously, after WrestleMania, we probably won't see The Rock again for a good while.
Right.
And now it's like you have these three guys that are like the cornerstones of for me, like my childhood growing up and just like watching WWF. I feel like the only thing you need next is like Austin coming in to help more with WWE like behind the scenes, and then you have these four guys there just running the whole entire place with Nick Khan doing an amazing job. I think TKO would probably end up just saying yes and just you know what, do what you need to do,
Right.
because they had everyone talking after Monday night.
Exactly. And again, like we said on this show first, we said like the whole thing where everybody was trying to say, "Oh, the back room, everybody in the locker room's mad at The Rock because he gets to say whatever," and then everybody comes out on Monday and says whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, we already told you it was a work. They're trying to get, and they're also getting you ready for when they're on like when they're on Netflix. All the gloves are really off. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
you can say and do whatever on Netflix.
And Punk did mention Netflix in his
Right.
promo.
Yes. Okay. It's a work. It's all worked, folks. Relax. Okay. You're watching a whole show. They are no longer like I don't trust not a word of a dirt
Mm-hmm.
sheet when it comes to WWE anymore. I think they're using the dirt sheets because they know
Right.
that some people use that as a Bible. Like they think that whatever comes out in the dirt sheet, that must be what it is. And they're like, okay, we're gonna use this to our advantage. And they're
And
feeding people wrong stuff and because you have some of these publications that just run not just Dave. Like Dave is not the only one that does this. There are
mm-hmm.
others that get information and they run like it's the truth. Like they run like,
Mm-hmm.
no, I have a source. And we all know
Exactly.
the source is trust me, bro. But I mean, okay, but they know that some people read this stuff and they don't go outside and they think that's all. They think dirt sheets are real. So hey, that's the new kayfabe and they are going to run with it. And I'm here for it.
What like the one thing that I loved about this is like the more and more um they're hiding stuff, because a
Right.
lot of the time, listen, I get a lot of my information from Fightful.
Mm-hmm.
And on Monday, I was running a little behind, and I said, "Oh, let me see what's starting off Monday Night Raw." So Fightful normally sends you like a run list of like what the show is going to be about. So
Mm-hmm.
sometimes if like I'm like on a Friday, I'm like, okay, do I really need to watch SmackDown? Can I watch it on Saturday morning? I'll look to see the match card for SmackDown and what's supposed to happen, and then I look. I'm like, I make my decision from there. But when I looked at the Raw, The only thing it said in the beginning was Cody promo. So I was like, okay, Cody starting off the show. He's gonna talk about The Rock and Roman and all this other nonsense. And I can watch that later. I'll come back and watch the rest of Monday Night Raw when I get home.
Right.
But my God, I got home and I'm like, wait a minute. I look at my phone and I see that The Rock was there. I was like, wait a minute, that wasn't on the paper.
Yeah.
So you could definitely tell that they're hiding stuff from people to try and get them to like, because I'm sure if people already knew that The Rock was there, it probably would have just killed a lot of the momentum that they already had going in.
Oh, a couple of weeks ago, I saw somebody claim that they had the WrestleMania script.
Oh, I saw that.
Damn,
you did it again.
Yeah.
All right, guys, if you're here watching the live version with us, right? The first day that me and DJ started recording the show, and he did some air quotes, right? And all of a sudden, balloons popped up.
Yep.
But it's been forever since it happened. All of a
Right.
sudden, it comes up again. I have no idea why that comes up.
It
But anyway,
still wants to do it. See,
I don't know.
my screen is still blinking like it wants to drop balloons again.
Oh man! But
So that means something for this software.
Holy shit! I gotta find out about this. All right, continue.
So where was I? That screwed me up.
We talked about the dirt sheets, yeah.
The dirt sheets, and you know what? While I'm thinking about that, like I'm gonna go with the folks here. So, Circle Debate agrees with me.
Mm-hmm.
The clown says, but who gave Drew the chosen one name was the mic drop for CM Punk.
Yeah. Because I was just like, damn, are they really gonna mention Vince? Because they tried very hard not to mention Vince McMahon at all.
Time. Yeah, but they're just not gonna say his name. They're just gonna mention all kinds of nuggets now, which that's fine.
There was a question that the people were asking, and even Cody said it too. It was like, can you trust Seth Rollins?
Right. So those seeds of doubt going into this on both sides, going into that tag team match. I mean, because can Roman really trust The Rock? I mean, does The Rock really even?
Mm-hmm.
You know, he doesn't even really fall in line with he doesn't wear any bloodline gear. He doesn't even throw the one up properly.
He just throws the L.
Yeah, like, so it's almost like Nation of Domination, how he never wore none of the stuff.
Nope.
He just did in fact did he throw the other fist up when everybody throw the right hand up?
Yeah,
throw the left?
He would throw the left.
So yeah, so you see, and then what happened to Nate? What did he do to Farouk, right? So, so I think all of that is still in question as well. So that's why that tag team match is about to be very interesting.
Oh my gosh! Shout out to Ken in the building.
Yeah, what up? Just you got all those different. You got like 4 storylines going into one tag team match.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Because at this point, you really don't know what direction WWE wants to go when it comes to the Bloodline versus Cody and Seth. Because there's so much that can happen.
Right.
You can have Jimmy and Jay interfere in this match.
You can.
You can have Drew McIntyre come in.
Yep.
You can have Damian Priest come in.
I say Damian is right. Like, so
don't forget about Damian Priest and that briefcase.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can have Seth turning on Cody.
Yep.
At the in this tag team match.
Right.
You can have that the Bloodline wins.
Yep.
And now we're gonna have Bloodline rules.
Yeah.
which not for nothing. Before, when they made this match official, I said, man, you need to have Cody and Seth win. And then The Rock came in with the Bloodline rule stuff, and I was just like, nah, you gotta have Roman and The Rock win
They have
this.
to win this match because that's gonna make this one of like
Mm-hmm.
the chaos you can have in the main event.
Because it makes it so much interesting to see what happens on night 2 for the main event.
Right.
Ken said he has a question for us, so Ken, you could drop that question, and then we'll get to it once you drop it to us.
We're in that week before the go home week of WrestleMania, folks. So as you can tell, so we're just trying to spend time with you guys at this point because there's not that many stories.
Yeah, this is going to be a really short episode anyway. Another thing that I really liked about Monday Night Raw was like they're letting Becky Lynch kind of go out there on a way where because her punching Dominic on Monday caught me by surprise.
And did you see somebody has a picture of the punch connecting?
She hit him hard. She definitely connected.
I was like, she connected. Like that was a punch. So if you guys don't believe me, you can go look it up. Like there's a picture where he's got like that picture where you can see the force of somebody getting hit in the face. Like you could go see that right now online.
That slow motion
Dominic.
punch to me, I was just like, oh, okay.
Yep.
All right, his jaw has to hurt a little bit.
Right. So hey, maybe Dominic was like, hey, we need people excited about this match. I'll take one for the team.
Jamal's like, Dom looked like he was shook. Yeah. Shit.
I think all of us sitting here. Yeah. If all of us took a punch from Becky Lynch right now, unguarded, you're gonna. I don't care who you are. I'm not saying you're going down. I'm not saying you're gonna be knocked out, but you're gonna be shook.
Right. What else happened on Monday Night Raw? There was Ricochet every week is he's blowing my mind right now because he's starting to get bigger. So he's starting to get away from being like too skinny, like not super skinny, but he was, fit. Right. And now you can tell he's like starting to put on more muscle. He's starting to gain more weight. But the
lost connection for
the acrobatic moves that he's done hasn't messed up at all.
Here, let's wait. I don't know if I'm on the air or if Kenny's on the air at this point.
Oh no, we're both on. So DJ is looking at the screen right now, and he's wondering whether or not we're on. We're definitely on.
Okay, now I can hear.
No. Okay, he just couldn't hear me.
Yeah.
So I was talking about Rick. Okay. So I was talking about Ricochet, and I said that he's getting better every week. It's just like is definitely something that is working for him, and I'm really hoping that maybe something will happen with him at WrestleMania.
Let's see. Like you said, it's like he's starting to put it together now. And then like we've always talked about, like the man can't so again, one thing you'll hear on this show, the man can talk on the microphone. Like he can. He doesn't get enough chance to do it, but he can talk on it. He can talk. And I noticed a dip. So this was like a week we got a good Ricochet match and we got a good Ospreay match, right? Same week. And the difference is selling.
Right.
That is the difference. Like the Ospreay match, that's what I figured out that kind of throws me on Ospreay matches. It's all these big moves that happen, but nobody sells anything. I mean, they spent most of this match throwing forearms at each other, standing right in front of each other, throwing forearms without selling. But I'm tough. This has no effect on me, but it's okay, get to the, after a while, you're like, okay, get to the point. And so that's the difference. Like now I see the difference. Like, so when Ricochet hit that big move, boom, JD sells it.
Yep.
Like that's a big move. You should sell that.
Because how many?
I'm gonna get up and do it back to you. Come on, Because
how many times do we see somebody take a Canadian destroyer and like they either oversell it by like standing up and then dropping to the floor, or not selling it and then hitting the other person with a move? Because JD could have did that. He could have just got popped right back up like he was dazed. Super kick Ricochet in the face, and that would have turned into like another move set from there. but he took the Canadian Destroyer and landed and just laid on the floor,
Right.
which was great.
Yeah. So I get it. There's some people like you like the chain of things happening, right?
Hmm.
So again, so just to make it make sense, which I don't mind I don't mind a chain of moves, but make it make sense. Okay, if I
Hmm.
hit you with something, okay, go down, I'm gonna pick you up. Then in your days, man, like you hit me with something, and then you hit me with a move, and then we can go back and forth like that. But not to not sell. Like it's like, so
Right.
what are we here for if we're just gonna watch you guys do gymnastics to each other? Like
Hmm.
that's what we already know. This is it's a simulated fight. We already know this. So why not sell it? Like why
Oh
not
yeah.
go all the way? So that was the difference between the two matches. Again, two great wrestlers, but that is
Hmm.
the difference. Like they both can basically do the same thing. If Ricochet can do anything that Ospreay can do, I think we all know this.
I mean, we seen these two go at it in the
Right.
beginning of their careers when they were in the Indies. So for sure, Ricochet and Ospreay could go one on one with each other and pull out another great match. That's why I was really like sad that he didn't come to WWE because
Oh,
having
yeah.
those two, that would have just set them off. I'm for sure they probably would have sent Ricochet back down to NXT just to have a match with Ospreay before they bring him up
Right.
to the main roster.
And the only thing Ospreay really needs, like, the only
uh,
reason why he would even go to NXT is because he needs the help with the microphone.
mhm.
Okay, bruv is not going to save you in your promo. It's not going to save you. So, so either he gets a mouthpiece and he's on the main roster, and then he
Mhm.
just says "bruv" a few times, and then but you have the mouthpiece to sell
Right.
the match, or they're gonna say no, we need you to work on this, so we're gonna have you here for a minute, get this down, and then we'll go main roster at Royal Rumble.
Ken, finally, before we go to the next topic here,
Mhm.
Ken had a question. He says, "So I was having a debate with my friend.
Okay.
I'm a Seth Rollins fan. He's a
Mhm.
Roman Reigns guy. I think Seth is the best in the company right now.
Mhm.
And if he was Samoan, he would be the tribal chief, not Roman Reigns. I like Seth Rollins.
How about so you go first?
Yeah, I like Seth Rollins. I think he is the definition of a company guy. All right, he goes to bat for WWE all the time. He did it with CM Punk. He did it with Will Ospreay. He did it with the Young Bucks. He did it with practically other people in AEW that have something to say about WWE. But I think that's just where he is going to lie. Is just being the corporate guy. That is it. I don't think that he will be like the face of a company the way he wants it to be.
Mhm.
Now, when you have somebody that's marketable like Roman Reigns,
Right.
and even if Roman was to take a break from WWE, you still have you still have other Samoan people in WWE. Like
And some
main
more
event,
coming.
yeah,
They signed another one.
main event Jay Uso right now. The way he acts right now could be
Mhm.
one of those main event guys.
Right.
I've seen him in commercials, and
Right.
he has that face that's gonna be like, "Hey, welcome him in, get him a plate of food. Let's let's have a good time."
What up, Chad?
What's up, Chad? Chad Miller's in the building right now, ladies and gentlemen. The man, the
All
myth, the
right.
legend. What is your take on that question?
My take on so they are the modern day Macho Man and Hulk Hogan.
Mm-hmm.
I can
Okay.
say that with full confidence, because it's right there in front of you. They were even the mega powers for a second, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you have Seth Rollins obviously being the Macho Man.
Mm-hmm.
Flamboyant has he's got the more of a technical skill than Roman in the ring. And then Roman Reigns is the big popular charismatic guy that does
Mhm.
mostly power stuff. That is the difference. So it's like comparing those two at that time at the you see the Saturday Night Live Saturday night's main event sign. So it's
Mhm.
like comparing those two at that time. Like there's no real way to compare them or say one's better than the other because they kind of like you kind of need that contrast. Like if everybody was like Roman, then yeah, this would be boring. Like wrestling would be boring if everybody was like Roman. And then you see the 700,000 people that watched AEW because most of them wrestle like Seth Rollins.
Oh
So
yeah.
so I have my proof that if you have a company full of Seth Rollins, that's what you're gonna get. Okay, so I don't think I honestly just don't like it's just two different styles. I
Mhm.
can't say I'm not here to say one's better than the other, because I mean it just depends on what because just like with wrestling, art, anything,
Mhm.
something's going to be more appealing to one person than the other. Because there's some like just like some that I don't want to see guys flipping around, and I don't want to see I want like this is supposed to be a fight. I want to see two big guys
Right.
hitting each other. Other people are like I don't want to just see two big guys hitting each other. I want to see some action. So
Yeah.
that's why you have the two of them. So so uh so yeah, if Roman, like you said, so if Roman didn't exist, yeah, he would, and he was Samoan, yeah, he'd probably be the tribal chief. But
Mm.
I will say, if they both exist, no way, because go ask the Usos, who wrestle similarly to Seth Rollins, and they're about the same size.
Right.
Who's the tribal chief?
Yeah.
So that's why. So if you want to say, to answer the hypothetical question, no, if they were all Samoan, Seth Rollins would be he would be he would be sitting at the table as Roman as the head of the table, just like everybody else.
He's gonna be Jimmy.
Yes, he would be Jimmy or Jay.
Okay. I don't know about being Jay because Jay, since he's left the bloodline, he's been doing good. He's been doing
No, he's
good.
doing. Yep. I don't like the eat thing, but other than that, wonderful. Like he's doing great.
Okay, Ken goes, those are both great takes. I didn't think about that. I didn't think about it that way. Well, this is
That's
why
why
we're
we're
here.
here.
This is why we're here, Ken. This is why we're here.
We
So
different.
right. Ronda Rousey is back in the news again,
Now here we
and
go.
not in a positive way, in a really negative way. At this point, she's starting to remind me of Ryback.
And that's not
So
good.
yeah, so it's like a mixture of Ryback and Jada Pinkett Smith.
Okay.
Like you're telling us things that one we don't want to know,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're shitting on something. You're shitting on a company that basically helped you while your UFC career was going down the drain.
Man,
Because let's be for real
because
now.
she couldn't get back in the octagon. I can tell you
Let
that
me
now.
let's keep it real, okay? Once she was done with the octagon, well, once the octagon was done with her,
Uh oh.
that was it. There was nowhere else for you to go.
No.
WWE held Ronda Rousey continue having a star power name. If Ronda Rousey did not have WWE in her back pocket to fall back on, she would have been on that reality TV show on Fox where everyone's doing the secret operations
Oh, that's
shit or
right.
whatever. Yeah, secret ops or something like that, what it was called. That's what she would have been.
So she can thank Roddy Piper, basically. is what you're saying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She didn't want to learn the bit. You think about it like this. You got Ronda Rousey,
Mm-hmm.
who is an MMA fighter who's been training all her life to be one of the best.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have Bad Bunny,
Mm-hmm.
who is a Latin singer that took 4 months out of his time to train to be a professional wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
and he looked better than Ronda Rousey. And if anybody right now wants to argue with me about this, I have no problem bringing you on this show and we can have a discussion about this. Because when you have somebody like Bad Bunny and Logan Paul look way better than you in a short period of time, if you've been there, come on now.
Yeah. So like Ken is saying like, man, yeah, you could if you like either one of them or not. They obviously put in the work. Yeah, and I also agree. Like, so I thought the first run was fine. Like the when she first got there and all that, I thought that was fine. After coming back though, there was something missing. Like it was like she had like a little attitude or something.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, dude, what's wrong with like, where's the like, where was that Ronda that we saw on the first run? What happened there? Like what? Like that's the one thing I'm kind of like. They conveniently don't have a highlight of that part of the book. Like what happened when you came back and you all of a sudden have this attitude. And then I think some of these things that they're putting out is not going the way that she thought they were going to go. Like the whole thing where she's saying, "Oh, Charlotte, basically did something at a Mania where Charlotte made a decision that actually ended up working." So it's like, so that didn't work out for you to say, "Oh, Charlotte did this, that, and the other." Well, it worked. Like she knows the business a little bit more than you do. So it's just like, yeah, she's not humble enough to say, okay, I don't actually know. I don't know the business that well. Like I know I'm a person. I know I have a name. I can make the moves look real. Okay, those are the things that you have. Like Mike Tyson was in there too, and Mike can go in there and make an uppercut look like somebody got nailed when they when they didn't. Okay,
listen, you remember when he hit Shawn Michaels?
Yeah.
At the end of WrestleMania, that it looked legit because Shawn Michaels is known to oversell.
Yes.
A move, but when he got hit by Mike Tyson, and obviously I know that they rehearsed this way beforehand,
right?
But HBK sold that punch like if it was real,
and
Ronda Rousey doing moves.
Take no more bumps. Like his back was so. I know he didn't want to take that bump, but he's like, okay, this is Mike Tyson throwing a punch, though, so I kind of have to.
But there were times when you watch a Ronda Rousey match, and it was horrible. It was awful.
You can tell when. So again, just like Charlotte, I can tell when she's going to win and lose a match. Like that's the thing that did not work for her.
Becky Lynch has some stuff to say about Ronda Rousey this week.
She was,
there's no secret that like her and Ronda really don't like each other in real life, which is it happens. Yeah. But even Becky Lynch said it. She was just like, sometimes you have it and sometimes you don't, and people put the work in, and you could tell she really didn't want to put the work in, and. What else can you do? So you leave the company and you go about your business to go into the indie circuit. And how did that work out for Ronda Rousey being in the indies? Have you seen her in a match lately? No.
I did. It didn't look like, because so now you have Ronda working with somebody that's not as polished as people that are on television. So yes, I did see a clip of a match, and it was not good.
Exposing her more.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, see so basically you're going there to get a picture and an autograph is what you're doing when you go to an independent show with Ronda at this point.
She did the little appearance for ROH. Have not seen her since, and that goes right back to what we say about AEW all the time, is that they go for the cheap pop. But even when she came out, it didn't get a big reaction. I mean, shit, they barely had people in the building for that one.
Did we talk about Goldberg and Oscar?
Did we talk about Goldberg and Oscar? No.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna get to him. We'll put him down too on this list. You know what? I'm gonna leave him for the losers of the week,
Okay. I can wait.
and I'll give my opinion. I'll give my opinion
Yep.
on that one, Ken.
Okay, I can wait for that.
I put in this. This is really quick. Obviously, Ridge Holland, because for people who may not, people kind of wondering. So on NXT, Ridge Holland, if some people would probably be like, who? He's the guy who broke Big E's neck. He got sent down to NXT after the Brawling Brutes stuff kind of just went left, and no one's a part of that group anymore. He made an announcement on NXT that he's stepping away from in-ring competition. They moved him from the active roster to the alum. Obviously the dirt sheets already had the 411 on this. This is all part of her storyline that they're doing. He's gonna take some time off, but he eventually is gonna come back, and I think they're gonna end up changing his name to something else.
Maybe like so this kind of reminds me, like I was just watching it was the Dark Side of the Ring for Brutus Beefcake. And if you remember when the Disciple came to the NWO, right? It was like, wait, who is, like for a minute you're like, wait, who is that for real? Like you didn't even you did not recognize that. Like when you first saw the Disciple, you did not know that was Brutus Beefcake. So I do think that this guy is probably still getting heat from the injury, because I know wrestling fans.
Oh, listen. No matter where he goes, they're probably booing him.
Jeez.
Just because.
Yeah. He probably does need like a whole rebrand. Get get a whole nother look. And I think that'll be good for him. Like it was an accident, bro. It was an accident. It was when you're that's why they, that's just why, like, I know this is gonna sound corny, but this is why they say don't do it at home, because dude, it's like any move can jack you up in wrestling, even the simplest ones.
Right.
So
Benjamin
yeah.
Benjamin says, he's like, where's Sheamus? That is a good question. Sheamus has been taking time off. He had a lot of injuries that he was dealing with that he said online.
Married, right?
No, but I was like, no. The married thing was like maybe like 2 years ago when he got married.
Okay. I'm like,
but then there was a weird thing that happened with Sheamus, because Sheamus is really popular on like social media. He likes to post a lot.
Yes, he does.
He deactivated his Twitter account.
Interesting.
So people were kind of speculating, like, is he leaving to another company? Is he something happened? I think maybe he's just taking time off, and he's just like, you know what?
All the way. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't blame him.
Yeah.
Just let me get away from all of this for a minute.
Also, Ken was saying if Holland had hurt Adam Cole and Ciampa, I think so. But I think those are more storyline than anything else, because there was a while where, like, WWE, they're going to use it to their advantage, and they're going to start doing stuff where you're hurting people again. I'm doing air quotes, so I'm trying to get the balloons to come out too, but it's not coming out. But yeah, they did it with Nia Jax. They did it with Ridge Holland. So it's obviously they're gonna continue doing that stuff. So, but I don't know. Let's see how long it takes before he comes back. It might be a while. Hopefully, maybe by the end of the year. I don't know how much time he wants to take off.
Right.
Last thing,
I can see him taking some time
but
off.
he's a good wrestler. I mean, he just had a shitty moment on a SmackDown that messed another person up, but not really mess up, because we've seen Big E walk around and he's been great spirit. He's even said it too, where he's like, he's not mad at him for what happened. It was a freak accident that happened.
Right. This wrestling, like it could happen at any time. Like that's
exactly
kind of the grim reality of what they're doing.
lasting, and this is a question for everybody. So this is a question for if you're listening to the audio version of this, I need you to hit us up on the Call Up Podcast Instagram and leave a message, and because I want to get your opinion on this. We're gonna throw a poll up on the page tomorrow or later tonight to discuss this, and everybody in the chat right now could drop their comment. Is JD McDonough's head really that big, or does TV just make it seem that way? DJ right now is losing his shit because he doesn't know how to answer it without laughing. But it's true. All right. JD has a big head, man. Like,
because I saw this question and then I went back and watched the match, and now I can't. Like
because
now,
I wrote down, I was like, serious question. How big is JD's head? Like,
so see, this is ruined. Like, so this is just like this is right in the same category as Tommy saying that Ruby Soho looks like Sam the Eagle from the Muppets. Like that's
but
it.
she
Now
does.
I can't unsee it anymore. So now I can't get the size of this man's head out of my mind when I see him now. So,
Yeah.
well, yeah, I don't know. Like, I'd like to hear from you. I don't know.
See, even Jamal has something to say about it. Okay, he agrees with me.
Lord Farquaad. Oh.
All right, with the Lord Farquaad jokes. Okay, so he agrees with me on this one. But think about it. There's been times where you look at JD's head, right, and you be like, is it the TV or is it really just him? And then I seen him in like other, like I seen him do interviews with people, and I'm just like, nah, that it's just you. Like your head is just big.
I so I would like to see him in person at some point. Like now I just need that confirmation. Like I need to see this guy in person. You know, maybe it's just like maybe he's just really skinny. Like, you know, sometimes people like they're so skinny that their head looks big.
Yeah, I've seen those.
Right. You know what I mean? So, but I don't know. Like this one I can't.
So Ken goes, apparently Freddie Prinze Jr. said the same thing. He has a good Hollywood head.
The Hollywood head.
Yeah, you know, big.
That's a real thing. No, that's
was it? There was a line in Entourage. The turtle told, what was the guy's name that was with Vincent Chase? It was his best friend.
That show in so long now. Like now,
I love Entourage. I'm trying to remember it. Anyway, Eric. So he tells Eric, the bigger the head, the bigger the star. So he might be onto something there.
No, it's a real like so. So my first couple of years of college, for part-time work I did extra work, and so I've seen a lot of actors, and it is like they're short with big you either have a big head or a big face, like all of them. Like that's just how it goes.
Are they top stars today?
Yeah.
So it's right.
Yeah.
The bigger the head, the bigger
like for
the
example,
star.
Tom Cruise is like he's almost all head. Like he's almost like a he almost reminds you of a Pop. Like that's how his body is.
Funko Pop Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Man, we just come up with the weirdest names for people here on this show. Dry ass Drew McIntyre, Funko Pop Tom Cruise.
That should be our shirt. We different.
Shit, that's a new shirt coming to the site. We different.
He does.
Man,
he has a big.
It's true.
Body. He's got this little bitty body.
I mean,
that's why I couldn't be in the scene with him. Like, I was gonna be in the scene. Yeah, I was gonna be in this scene, and so I was just gonna be a guy standing in the background, and then so they're doing the lines and then cut, and then the Tom and the director are talking, and then the director comes over to me. Yeah, you're just too big for this shot. I'm only 6 feet tall, y'all. Like I'm not even that big. so So they're like, yeah, we can't have you in the shot. I'm sorry, but we'll pay you for the day. You know,
Hey, listen, long as I get paid.
Yeah, so shit. I went to I went and had catering like WWE guys that didn't get used for it. I had catering and gave them back the costume and went to the house with a whole paycheck. So I wasn't mad, but
Hey.
now
Ken is just listing more and more stars that have a big head. I feel like we'll be here all night just like listing all these people here because
Martin does have a big head though.
Yeah, Martin Lawrence does have a big head and big ears.
Right.
Like
This
okay, let's see. Jamal says man, if they made a pop, you might as well add elite. What? Okay.
Articulation.
Articulation to kill two birds with one stone. Yeah. Shit. Sex Machine is in the house. What the? Okay.
And he's like, and I do web design. Look at him.
Nice. So listen, Sex Machine, hit us up on Instagram. It's the Call Up Podcast. And we can talk more if you do web design. Definitely. See, we make connections here. That's what I love about this. We said it was going to be a short show. We're already hitting the 1 hour mark, and we're getting to the last thing that we go over, and that's winners and losers. And obviously, winners and losers is sponsored by Ringside Collectibles. We say this every single week. If you're tired of looking into a Target or a Walmart for some elites or for some ultimate editions, you may want to check out Ringside Collectibles because they may be that store to hook you up with whatever action figure you're looking for. If you use the code word the call up, it'll save you 10% on your whole entire order. Every single time you order something, just type in that little word there, give you 10%. Trust me, it will save you a lot. I did it. I end up ordering a Cody Rhodes and a Randy Orton for my son, so that kind of saves some money right there. So yeah, go to Ringside Collectibles, use the word to call up to save 10%. And now we are finally going to get into our winners and losers for the week. You can see I didn't put any winners and losers like as we were talking because I wanted to save it because the last couple of weeks I've just been this is a loser of the week right here, and I was like, oh man, I don't have anything going into this segment like an asshole. But
like
all right,
our sponsored segment, people that pay us to do this segment and we don't have nothing. But let's go. So yeah, the answer, but. Ken's question, yes, you know what? The Rock actually does have a big head, but because the man is so big and the shoulders save it, like the size of his shoulders, like throw off, like it basically then makes the ratio of head to shoulder better. But if you just put his head, like if you were to just have his head in your hands or something, like you would see that he has a pretty good size head.
So I like how Ken bring that up because if you look at the game plan when the Rock was still skinny, you can see the big head.
Yep.
In Dwayne.
That's right. Yep. No, I agree.
Who's your first winner of the week?
All right, let's go with I'm going to go with the two matches with Ospreay, Shibata, and Ricochet and JD. Like I just thought both matches, I just was very impressed with the two matches on those shows this week. So winners, the four of them.
I'm with Jamal on this one for one of my winners of the week, and that's whoever gave the green light for Monday Night Raw deserves to be winner of the week. Because from the beginning to end, they kept you entertained. They bring you on a roller coaster ride. Yeah. They bring you high, then they bring you low, then they bring you high again. They bring you low to calm you down. And then it ended with The Rock. And I had to share this picture because I was like, let me upload the picture here. They leave us with The Rock and Cody Rhodes.
Mama Rhodes.
Mama Rhodes. Okay. I had to perfect. You had to put this picture in black and white.
Right.
Okay. But everyone said the same thing. when The Rock was beating on Cody Rhodes. I know I wasn't the only one. Everyone in the IWC said the same thing. We thought that The Rock was gonna throw Cody over that little area. Did you see like when the trucks were like there was like the trucks on the other side,
Yep.
but there was like a gap
Right.
in between both. I was like, yo, Cody's going over that.
Right.
Like we're gonna see Rock and Austin again. Remember when The Rock threw Austin over the bridge?
Yes.
And then he threw the smoking skull belt
Right.
in the water.
Right. That
I thought that was
trouble
the
finding.
Listen, apparently to this day, that smoking skull belt is still in that water. I don't know how true that is,
Right.
but apparently it's still there.
Well, as you know, like those titles they got some weight to them. So throwing them in a river, they're gonna go to the bottom. They're going to the bottom. So,
But yeah, that was. Whew, I was just like, damn, Cody's done. But the whole taking out the weight belt and beating him like he was just it gave you that movie feel.
right.
You know what I mean? And shout outs to whoever produced that because you guys did an amazing job and that was one of my winners of the week.
No, I guess to tail on that was like one of my winners was The Rock himself. Just again, like the man, I don't care what you feel about like how you think, whatever. The man has the audience in the palm of his hand. He can do whatever he wants to the audience. There's that only so many like that is like 1% of people that can do that. The man came out and did his whole entrance, looked at the crowd, and walked out. Like and just so people like because he knew he's gonna get a pop just because he's everybody's still used to hearing that if you smell and your automatic thing is the cheer, but he's like, no, I don't want you to cheer for me right now. I'm not gonna be the cool heel that gets cheered. So he walks right out and then gets booed. It's like this is like I have control. Damn it. Okay, that's like so yeah. So that was dope to me. Like, just I'm not gonna. You guys aren't worth me saying anything, and then just walk out.
Listen, people were giving him the finger while he was walking to the ring to meet Cody Rhodes.
They were pissed.
That's why listen. My second winner of the week is the Chicago crowd.
Yeah,
because they came out to show out on Monday. All right, they were all there. No one was quiet. Even when Candice LeRae's match was on, I thought, man, they're gonna be quiet. Nope, they were at attention.
Yep.
So shout outs to them. They make my winners of the week list. Who's next on yours?
Well, so Ken real quick was like, are y'all buying that the Stone Cold and John Cena are showing up to help Cody?
Nah, I don't think so.
Why
would they?
Yeah, I don't know about that. Like, and John Cena doesn't need to be in this.
No.
There's no rhyme or reason for John Cena to be in this. Stone Cold, like, it's like, so if you want to do some long-term storytelling where Stone Cold's like, hey, Rock, you're not about to do some more shit like while I'm not there, it's like something like that. I don't know, but I don't think they're necessary. I think you have enough people that are active that can jump in here. Okay, so my last winners for this week was Swerve and Takashi. They good match. They just had just another good match, I thought.
Damn it, that was on my winners list as well.
That's all right.
Now the simple fact that they went all the way to like 10:05,
right?
Because it was like 10 o'clock, and Swerve hit his finisher not once but twice. I said, "Yo, it's done." He rolled them up. I was like 1, 2, and when Takeshita kicked out, I was just like, "Oh my god, what is going on here?" they put on one hell of a match.
They did. Like that was like I'm pretty sure like this whenever Swerve gets another title shot, he's gonna win it. Like there's no question.
Right.
Because unfortunately for Samoa Joe, like one thing you could say about like MJF was he's money. Like you could see a return on MJF where you're not seeing that with Joe right now. Unfortunately,
He's just being the tough guy, but
yeah. So I think Swerve is gonna end up winning this thing.
yeah, let's see. He's red hot right now.
Whose house?
Everyone, come on! As soon as you whose house, and it's like everyone does it. The little crowd that they have there, everybody does it.
Most like half of them offbeat and everything, but that's all right. Have a good time. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Oh my god, who is your first loser of the week?
Mercedes on commentary.
Ooh.
Don't ever put her at the commentary table ever again. I don't care what company she's in, how old she is, or how many titles she won. She should never touch a commentary microphone ever again. Ever.
I have her on my losers for a whole completely different reason.
Okay.
Okay. When she came in here, she said that they were going to be global. She's making a change in AEW. So did Tony Khan, said the same thing too when he tag teamed with her to do this media junket of her. But when you're pulling in numbers like this, what exactly are you doing? 747,000 views. Last week it was 800. So it went down.
And then they were at 9 the week before that.
So what exactly is she doing for the company right now? Are you really getting your investment back with Miss Mercedes Moné? Because it only looks like it's only lining her pockets and no one else.
And you still got years to go.
Like,
this is just starting.
When
you should be like somebody new. Like you should be like this should be the height of people being hyped up about her being there.
Right. Until you produce 1 million views, she will forever be in my loser circle. You're not leaving until you produce 1 million views. I feel like you're taking advantage of my guy right now.
TK?
You're the... I'm probably going to get some type of shit for this.
No, this is what you say it.
This is what we do. But she's the gold digger that we tell our friends to look out for.
Oh, we're gonna have to play this with Kanye in the background.
You're taking.
We're gonna have to play Kanye in the background.
You're taking my guy's money right now. Ken's like, not my girl Mercedes. I'm excited about this week. She didn't do nothing this week. She came in her car. She went to commentary, and she was horrible there. And it was crazy because we was kind of hoping that Phil will be right with the whole she may not show up on week 3, but she
might as well not have.
She could have just stood home.
Yeah, she might as well have not have. Like he's not that far. I'm still gonna give him a little bit of credit. She didn't get in the ring. Okay, so that's the only difference is that she didn't get in the ring. She just happened to be on camera, and having a microphone in her mouth like that should not have been. Anyway. Woo, yeah, this is not.
Ken is like she's gonna be like Edge and Bryan Danielson. Yeah. Listen,
all of the above. Like, think of all of them that have shown up that we were excited, and then like Ken wasn't here when we had Phil's cycle, did we?
No.
So So yeah, we showed like our buddy Phil from the Fig Cave, the show that you guys should also be listening to. He has a whole like when somebody gets a WWE person gets hired, and then this whole cycle of what happens throughout the weeks. And so far,
He was on point with it
yeah,
because now she's in a little segment with Julia Hart, but meanwhile she was still trying to figure out what she was going to do with Willow.
yeah, because she was sitting there like that's what the commentary is about. Oh, who's the next person I'm going against? It could be this and this, and
They're
making
they're gonna try and fast track her quick.
trying to like she's sitting there trying to manufacture a reason why she should wrestle each person that was in this match, and it wasn't. I just like, yeah, this is not starting out well. This is not starting out well. We'll get our action figure about this time next year is when we'll see the Mercedes Moné action figure.
Who else do you have for your losers of the week?
Man, let's see. So piggybacking on the same show, it was also the attendance.
Oh, that was bad.
Yeah, this is your so again. Like I know that some like when people post like the picture of the actual attendance, right? What it actually looks like without the cameras, like without the camera angles. You always have folks go, well, why does this bother you? Like, it doesn't bother me. Like the problem is that this is your flagship show. This is the show for AEW. This should be the main show. You've been around for a minute now. This should be sold out.
Yep.
Of any of the other stuff that you do, this should be the one thing you can count on every week that, okay, but at least this is going to be sold out. And it doesn't on a regular basis. That's not good. Okay, that's all we're saying. Like, It doesn't bother me. I don't hate AEW. I don't think they're going to go out of business anytime soon. That's not what I'm here to say. Okay, what I'm saying is that this should be alarming to you. That's all. If you were an AEW only person, this should be alarming. Like it shouldn't be. Oh, I'm having fun watching wrestling. Yeah, but if you want to continue that, then this should bother you.
Nah, but it's true because, and it's the one thing I hate is that like other AEW fans will go and say, "Oh, here we go again." WWE fans hating on AEW, but the person who's taking the picture is an AEW fan who is at the show. It's not like a WWE fan say, you know what, I'm just gonna spend $100 and something on a ticket just so I can take a picture to shit on a company I don't like.
Right. No, this fan probably has the same thought as me. Like, this is not good. I need to take a picture of this. Like, whatever. Like, so again, you can keep deflecting and. Like they'll show you a picture of a WWE live event, and all this stuff in the comments. And I just kind of laugh. I'm like, yeah, but this is the show. This is your flagship show. That should be a given that this show is going to be sold out. It never is.
So Ken calls AEW fans, like the people in the crowd, like the Charger fans, non-existent.
Dude, do you? So
who he's a Chargers fan?
Oh, you are? Okay. I'm gonna just hold my comment there. But who remember? Like Ken probably remembers this. Like week 1 of last year, like they were promoting that movie with Denzel Washington's son with the androids, and they had a bunch of androids sitting at the Charger game because they had the seats to do it. So it's like, so that thing about the Charger, like, I'm sorry, Ken, they should have, I do wish they stayed in San Diego. Like I think they, and that's not even making, like, I love San Diego deserved to have their team. Like, that's basically what I'm saying. And they love that team. That's where their fan base is. That's where they should have stayed. Like, I think everything would have been way, like now it's like, even their home games are like visiting games. Like you go to a Charger Raider game there, it's black and silver
all day,
all around the stadium. So, yeah.
Another loser that I had for the week, even though we gave Monday Night Raw so much praise,
Mm-hmm.
there were parts of the CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins moments that kind of just dragged
Mm-hmm.
and felt like it didn't need to go that long in a segment,
Right.
you know? So it's like, what is the end game? Because now it looks like CM Punk is going to be a special guest referee. Are you not? Are you are? Like, make up your mind. But I have to say that was probably one of my losers of the week was that segment because there was a couple of cheap pops in there, but a lot of the time it was just like, all right, let's get this over with so we can move on to the next thing.
Yeah. And I guess especially to let the, like, so here's CM Punk. He's at home,
Mm-hmm.
but yet I still feel like you're saying like The Rock and Cody's segments overshadow their segment. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's like and that probably should not happen with a CM Punk crowd. You know what I mean? So but even they were even taken back by all of the stuff that Cody and The Rock were doing. So hey, I mean, I guess that's just kind of how it goes sometimes. But
Right.
it can't all the way be perfect all the time.
Mm-hmm.
If you
Yeah,
can
nobody
get
no.
what's
Go
that?
ahead. No, go ahead.
Oh, just if you can get 9 out of 10,
Mm-hmm.
I think you did all right.
Yeah, nobody was competing with The Rock and Cody at that ending of Monday Night Raw.
No, and that's how they should it. Like somebody like going back to the writing. That's how every Raw should like. There should be something that like because that's how what used to be the Attitude Era was that
Mm-hmm.
that last minute of Raw, something so wild happened that it's
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, I gotta see. You have to come back next week because because wait, what the hell did I just see? And then so now you got to come back, right? So they got to get back to that. And then that makes it worth the 3 hours, right? Then now it's worth watching this 3 hour program. So my last loser is just like, and so we're recording here on Thursday, so we don't
Mm-hmm.
know what's going to happen on SmackDown tomorrow. So you're probably going to listen to this, and maybe you've seen SmackDown,
Mm-hmm.
but just not like so for WrestleMania so far has nothing with Jade and Bianca in it.
Yeah.
That is
There's no
that to
Bianca
me
on the
that's a
card.
L.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's an L to me. So that you have a chance to have like I don't care if you put them in a tag team match against
Mm-hmm.
somebody. I really don't. But they should be on the card, like somewhere on the
Right.
card. This woman won world titles. Jade is an attraction.
Mm-hmm.
So it's time to. This is it. This is the biggest show of the year. Let's do it.
Like
Let's
you would
put
you would
people in
think
the ring.
you would think that they would have had them already in something,
Right.
but nothing.
Right.
I was so surprised when I'm like, and even you bringing it up, it's like, okay, WrestleMania is next weekend,
Right.
and we have no Bianca Belair at all.
Right. Nope.
That's weird.
Yes. World champ.
And she's not even hurt.
No, not hurt. I don't care about these weirdos that she wins too much. I don't care about them. I really don't. they can go cry more.
Well,
Bianca needs to be in the ring.
Ken goes that he thinks that we're gonna end up getting Bianca and Naomi versus the Kabuki Warriors because they did attack Naomi. She got hit with the miss. So
Okay. I would be for that. I'd be like, could Jade be in the corner or because they're gonna need somebody in
Yeah.
the corner because they
Mhm.
have Kai in their
right.
yep or a 6-man Jade
Yeah.
versus Dakota. I'd go with that.
Okay.
But yeah, so if you any of those kind of booking like again, we haven't seen SmackDown. If you like we heard this Thursday night, so maybe this is what happens. Like maybe Ken just wrote this in. That's just like I wrote the tag team match
Right.
with the Rock and Roman.
Yep.
So we'll see. But yeah, they need to be on the card though. Is all. I'm
Oh
saying.
yeah.
So L for now. Like they can come. They can They can bring it
This-
back, but for
There's
now, it's an L.
there's a handful of women that need to be on this WrestleMania card.
Mhm.
Bianca needs to be on this WrestleMania card. Naomi, that you just brought back, she needs to be on this WrestleMania card.
Mhm.
Nia Jax needs to be on this WrestleMania card. Liv Morgan needs to be on this WrestleMania card. Okay, that's 4 women. Jade, maybe if she's not at WrestleMania, at least get her ready for SummerSlam or Money in the Bank.
So I do think so. This is where I miss like so. Even if it's the pre-show, the Andre the Giant and the Mae Young Royal Rumbles
Mhm.
need to still be around. Like these people, you have such a big roster. You have all this going on. Let
Mhm.
these people get a check and go out there, have a battle royal, get thrown over the top rope, and go have
Mhm.
and then they can go shower and go back to the suite and watch watch the show. Like, come on,
Right.
and then maybe somebody wins gets a trophy to take home, and
hmm
come on, like bring those battle royals back. Like they not on SmackDown, like not on like that's the other thing. I was like, no, this doesn't need to be on SmackDown. They should be in front of that crowd in the stadium. Okay,
No, I
even if it's
agree.
the pre-show. Even if it's the pre-show, while people are getting a hot dog, got a couple battle royals to watch.
So Jamal asks, "What do we think about Gable?" Unfortunately, I think what's going to end up happening is that Sammy is going to be that guy to beat Gunther,
Okay.
right? And just because Chad helped Sammy over like to accomplish this feat that a lot of people couldn't do, he's going to give him a title shot at Backlash, and Chad is going to win it at Backlash.
Okay. I think most people, and that would make because Backlash to me has not really been that great of a show since they've had it, in my opinion.
It hasn't been great since Bad Bunny was on there.
That was when that was
And that was last year.
incredible. Yeah, so that was
So
just
they
an
got-
incredible main event because we were all there for the main event. Like, let's be real. So, and that was one of the best entrances I still think of all time is Bad Bunny. His
top
entrance
three in my
in
eyes.
Puerto Rico. Yeah. So and everybody singing and swaying
Right.
in unison. Like, come on, you can't beat that. So, so you always need that at least that one match at Backlash to make it worth it, and that
Right.
I think people would watch that, like you're saying, like because like you said, you have so many people that want to see Gable succeed. He's done the work. He's got the he's over.
Mm-hmm.
He looks great in the ring. Has the charisma. So yeah, why not let him hold a mid title for a while?
Ken has something else here to say. He says, starting a big
He's keeping us on
storyline
the air
on
here.
starting a big storyline on SmackDown after Mania. For Jade, maybe she's the next in line for Io or Bianca. Maybe she turns on Jade during the match, turning Bianca heel. So many people want to turn Bianca heel.
I think it's just I think it's the natural, and then you let me know if this is what you're thinking, Ken. I think it's when they see a baby face get that all of a sudden when people just start booing them for no reason.
Right.
And then so they want to see them get pissed off and then say, you know what, I'm a heel now because you guys are being assholes. Like, so I think that's the natural thing people want to see for somebody that they actually like and that people are booing for no reason, which
Right.
I feel that. Like because I kind of enjoyed when The Rock became The Rock. Like, people like I was the Intercontinental Champion. You fools started booing me for nothing. So you know what? So yeah. So I feel like I wanted Roman to do that for years. Like I popped when he finally turned heel. Like and then started talking smack.
Oh yeah.
Like, dude, what? So yeah. So and then like I'm tired of cookie cutter Bianca.
Mm-hmm.
So and
Let's-
then she's a
let's
pretty
see how
good
she-
heel.
let's see how she does.
So
Yeah, let's see how she does. You know what? Because I'm so used to seeing Bianca as a face That to get that heel Bianca again that we got when we first got introduced to her, I'm just like, man, do I really want to see that again? And there's so many girls, there's so many little girls right now that look up to Bianca Belair. So now imagine if she's doing all these bad things, what are they gonna think?
Man, I mean, again, the little girl that was doing the contortionist thing at Mania last, like she's like, my mom passed last night, but I'm not missing this, kind of thing. So,
just like cookie cutter Cody. Listen, Cody, man, you know what? I don't want to see Cody as a heel in WWE.
You think that's cookie cutter?
I want to see him as a face his whole entire WWE run.
Yeah, I think, kid, like what you might like, just think for a second. Like, so all good guys cannot be like The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Like, it's just not gonna work because now some people can't handle that. Some people can't handle going out there drinking beer and cussing, and then somehow I'm supposed to see this as a good guy. Like, it's just not gonna, doesn't jive like that. I don't see the so I've heard that before, that that Bianca is like the female John Cena. I don't see it. I honestly don't.
I see it. I see it.
Yeah, I don't see it.
I do. They when they're looking for somebody to put in front of the cameras for WWE. Before it was Charlotte, because obviously the name, but now they put Bianca for everything, and that's the same thing they do with John Cena.
No,
he was available to them.
Yeah, that part I get. At least she's not wearing jorts.
Hey, listen, she be wearing booty shorts.
Hey, Montez is a lucky man. Let's just start there. Okay, so Montez is a lucky man. But I don't see, like, she loses. Okay,
yeah.
She's not, it's not just 3 moves and that's it, and just like that part. Like, I guess that's the part I'm not seeing.
She got 5 moves. That's okay.
Oh, she got 5. Okay.
Oh God, I think we
get off Bianca.
Next week we have a full show next week, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes,
because it just won't be us.
No.
It's gonna be the rest of the knuckleheads here next week. So it'll be me, DJ, Toe, Ray, Gigi. All 5 of us are going to be on screen. We're going to break down the WrestleMania card in full. Obviously, most likely they'll probably end up giving us a match Friday. WrestleMania week is going to start Monday. They will be at the Barclays Center here in New York City. Unfortunately, I am not going to that. My kid has a game. He has a tournament game on Monday.
So you're going to be watching it on your phone?
I'm going to be watching it on my phone. But even Monday's go home show is already packed because you have everyone who's involved is going to be there. The Rock is going to be there. Roman is going to be there. Cody's going to be there. Seth is going to be there. Drew McIntyre. Do not be surprised if CM Punk doesn't show up to the Barclays Center and makes an appearance. It's going to be a Monday Night Raw that you do not want to miss. If you want to get more of my takes on Monday Night Raw, just join the stream on Monday at 8 o'clock.
I might have to, if I'm not doing
so,
that, I might have to jump on that one.
You
just
listen.
To go home.
I'm gonna be late, but I'll be happy if you was to jump on, so you can talk a little bit more, and then we'll get into the Thursday show, which all of us will be there, and we'll break down the WrestleMania card, give our predictions, do some storyline booking here, and just have a good time. So anybody who's on here, Ken, Tyson, Jamal, Clown, all of our normal people. They come on here. Mike, Tom. Tom is gonna be in Philly,
They'll be
so
there. Yeah.
he won't be on here. But everybody else, the best thing to do on Thursday, if you guys are free, come on here like you do every Thursday. Chat with us. We're going to have an amazing time. There's going to be some drinks flowing, so there's going to be a lot of
man.
there's going to be a lot of screaming. There's going to be a lot of
Yes.
profanity.
Yes.
There's going to be a lot of crazy story booking that's going to happen on Thursday. But trust me, you are going to have an amazing time on Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday's about to be something else.
Oh yeah, Thursday is going to be a whole nother podcast movie.
Where it will also be the end of the PG era. Like, it'll be really the end of the PG era.
Oh yeah. Oh man, so let's go into some shout outs to close out this show.
Right.
Like I said, we're always powered by the Knuckleheads Network. You'll get to meet more of those guys on Thursday, right? The Fake Cave podcast. They're gonna be out there in Philly.
They're gonna be there
next week.
Maybe we ought to send them a link just to see if they can slide in.
Yeah, so we might have to see where they're at on Thursday night. See what's going on there. The Jobbeteers podcast. They're going to be in Philly too. They're actually throwing a watch party in Philly. We'll get more of those details out there for that going on. Dunmark's Pod. SeatGeek, who is one of our sponsors. If you guys are still trying to buy tickets to WrestleMania, or you're trying to buy tickets to like other things like a Broadway show or other concerts that's coming into your area, use the code word the call up. That's going to save you. Yep, baseball is back in season, so that might help you there too. It'll save you $20 if you use the code word the call up, but that's only if you are a new SeatGeek member. Ringside Collectibles that helps to sponsor our winners and losers every single week. If you use the code word the call up for Ringside Collectibles, that will save you 10%. I'm thinking about doing a little giveaway for Ringside, so let's see. I'm gonna keep you guys posted on that, especially for WrestleMania. And Battle Club Pro, they're gearing up for their comeback show April 28th. They have a really big card that's going on there. I can't wait to be there. We're one of the sponsors. We're sponsoring the champion versus champion match, which will be Yaya versus Cosmic. So if you guys are in the New York City area, you know Battle Club Pro, come out April 28th. If you see me there with my microphone and my camera, because I will be there getting into people's faces. Come and say hi. Jump on the camera. I have a whole bunch of questions to ask you. Barrios Toys out in the West Coast.
Medusa coming up.
They're gonna have some big signings over there coming up in the next couple of weeks. Anybody else?
Man, did we do JJ?
No.
All right. But I want to say, like, so one thing I do want to make sure we plug here is the Patreon group for the Fig Cave. $1 will get you in, and it'll there's bonus episodes, like we do stuff like we watch movies, we watch old WWF stuff and make fun of it and stuff like that. So. And then we have our Facebook group where we trade toys and make sure that we're not overcharged. We don't ever let anybody overcharge you. And then we bring up wrestling topics in that room as well. And just, we're just a big happy family. So yeah, come on in. $1 gets you in. $1, and you help the group out.
Shout out to our regulars here.
Yeah, and then make sure you're liking and subscribing, doing everything you do with all of your favorite podcasts and YouTube shows. It does help. Like, it's free. That part is free, and it does help the show. Trust me. Just please do that.
Yeah. So the last thing that the last thing that I would leave you with, if you guys enjoy this show, please leave us a 5-star, leave us a review, tell your friends about the show, bring them on in here as well. And this is the show where your voice matters. We're not asking you for money.
Nope.
We're not asking you to sign up for stuff in order to get your comments read, like
No,
most
we don't do that.
shows.
Yeah, no, we don't do that.
Okay.
The super chat, we don't.
You know, but the only thing we ask is that when the shows come out, you hit the like button, you hit the subscribe button, you get the 5-star reviews going in there like Tyson's doing right now, and just share it. That's it. That's all I ask. But guys, until next time, be safe. Enjoy the rest of the week of wrestling. And I will see you guys on Thursday. Peace.
Peace.